Section 3. You will hear a conversation about a student's dissertation meeting. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 26. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 26.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I'd like to give you an opportunity to ask questions about requirements and timetables on writing your final dissertation. So anything you'd like to ask first?
Professor, what about the word limit?
Well, you know generally, the words of final dissertations of the master's degree are limited between 18 to 20,000.
Oh, does that include words of references?
Yes, of course. And contents? No, the word does not include the acknowledgement and contents. What is the acknowledgement? It is a few words of thanks that you write at the beginning of the dissertation to the people who have helped you.
How about its words?
No more than 100 words.
Right.
Professor, when is the hand-in date? The deadline is on the 30th of July. Is it a fixed hand-in date? I mean, if I cannot hand in my work before the 30th of July, how... Sky, I'm afraid that you have to hand in your work on time, unless you have some sort of accident or illness. Okay.
How do I hand in my work?
You could give your work to your tutor at the tutorial, or send him an email to the department. Professor, when can I know who my tutor is? You can check the list of tutor arrangements. Online? Yes, or you could go to our department office to check.
Fine. How many tutorials do we have in a week?
Usually there are 2 tutorials per week.
How long do they last? 2 hours?
No, 1 hour on afternoons. Both on weekends? No, one is from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on Tuesday. The other is from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Friday.
How about the requirements for the format?
You can check their requirements online. But one of the most important things is to have a printer.
Printer?
Yes, we usually keep all dissertations on file, so you must print your work by laser printer.
Fine. Now look at questions 27 to 30. Now listen to the tape and answer the questions 27 to 30.
Let's talk about the dissertation timetable.
Okay.
On the first week of May, you should begin to prepare for writing. The first point is to choose the topic.
Can we choose the topic by ourselves?
Of course. Your tutor will give you some suggestions, and you can narrow a topic by yourself.
Great.
And then you can work on your basic references.
Right.
You can ask your tutor to give you a reference list, and then borrow reference books from our library. And the next point is to prepare for the draft plan. Definitely. You should write a draft first and then discuss it with your tutor at the tutorial.
If the draft is okay, what should we do next?
You will begin to do research to collect data to support your work.
Okay. Can we choose the research methods by ourselves?
It is better if you take your tutor's advice.
OK.
When your data is enough for your work, you will begin to write up your dissertation. How many parts does a dissertation contain? Usually your work must have an introduction, a main body, and a conclusion. You should talk about it with your tutor.
And then can we hand our dissertation in?
No, you should do proofreading before handing in your work.
OK.
Anything else?
No.
Right.
This is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers.